Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave the channel now. I appreciate it. We are sponsored by APSU, apsusoil.com. I appreciate if you check them out and go buy a bag of soil. It'd be awesome. Our babies are looking good. These are direct sow right into the super soil. And this is day 5. Definitely got good growth going. You can see the growth. So that is a good thing. This one over here is looking good. That was direct sown. I just basically pushed that seed right down in there. And that's it. We have not watered this morning, or like a morning dew. But we did do it yesterday evening. These are from Madness Genetics Citrus Craze. See how that turns out. These are APSU Blue Jasmine. Don't know what these are as far as male or female yet. Look at the daggone sweet potato. Just going crazy. This is 3 days is the last time I plucked off all these. It took 3 days to do that. Look, it's all the way over here. That's exactly what we wanted. I knew it was going to stretch out. That's what I want it to do. I want it to cover this whole area through here. And then we'll just come through and chop and drop all of this. Sweet potato will go crazy, but makes great chop and drop, along with the grasses and everything else. Here's our spinach. Look at all the spinach coming up. Cucumbers looking good. Tomatoes, we just planted all the seeds and all of a sudden of course they all pop up. You can see we got plenty of moisture down there. It's just the top is squash, a little dry this morning. We got to fill up our sprayer there, and that's usually when I just give it. But look at the difference. See that moisture bead right there? Yeah, that's where it's connected. So just by connecting this right here and this right here, that little bit keeps all of this moist. Just by having that little line running right there. This guy ain't doing well. This little cut here. Stick it down in there and see what happens. You see the one that we stuck in the creek sand did not wilt. The one we put in the soil immediately wilted. It was just too much. But look at the water line. So it stays moist there all the time. We don't have to do anything. Where if we were to extend some of this sand, instead we take it and extend it across the top of this, it'll just wick that water all the way across. And that's what's cool. Because we don't have to come in here and do a morning mist or anything like that. Once we get everything dialed in, once we get fish in here, you can see the algae. It's really starting to take over. And it's up to us to come in here and just pull some of it out. Yeah. Big old pile of food is all that is. It's just food for microorganisms. I'm just going to drop it right in over there. So this is also cleaning the creek. So if we had any real fish in the pond, the algae is what is going to clean the water. Just like over here, once we get roots in the system, you know, all the algae we pull out of here goes in here. And you can see there's an isopod eating it right there. That's what we threw in yesterday evening. Check out that cool looking isopod. It's like a hybrid dairy cow. But all that algae we put in the other day is gone. You can see some grass growing from our IMO. Here's some more. Things are popping. Some more. It's only been 5 days since we topped off everything, and we're already seeing grass pop up, which is good. The Bukashi, OK Kansu Bukashi, is really caked up in here. You can really see it, how it's caked up. Look at that. That's the Bukashi breaking down. Ought to send something like that to Mo and see what's going on in there. So we're going to let this set in just a little bit. You can see some grass starting to come. The center one over there is looking good. The plants are looking good. So what I'll do is just I'm letting the isopods do their thing, the worms do their thing. And then we'll send some of this to Mo. Look at it under the microscope. See what we got going on. We've been chopping, dropping a lot of this grass. So if you don't know, we've got a show every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Agro Soil, Mo from Agro Soil. Got soil discoveries, microbe discoveries with Agro Soil. And that's what we're doing. I'm sending him samples of this. We're having guests on so we can basically look at this and see it transform. And we already had the crash, so we had it. I had it dialed in. It took me about 1.5 years to dial it in. It took me about 2 or 3 weeks to crash completely cyst up all the microbiology, and then we actually get to see it in the scope. So I sent him a sample before, and then I crashed it. Sent him a sample. I sent him a sample after a month after, but I hadn't redone anything to it. Looked better, but it was kind of on its way back. Now that we re-amended, I'm going to let this amend set in, let the worms run through it, let the critters run through it a little bit, let the plants readjust their roots, especially since we cut out, let's see here. Here's a old root system there. Everything else has just been chopped and dropped. We cut down all the, we topped the empress trees. You can see they're already starting to grow back over there and over there. I'll show you how fast these things grow. Look at this. I just cut this like 3 days ago. And they're already starting to come back. Like these over here, you can see already starting to come back. This lucky bamboo is going to hit the light here shortly. It's the biggest lucky bamboo I've ever seen. Just making sure we got good drip going off the dehu. The dehu runs a line from back behind the dehu and drops it in the creek there. See the ivy definitely starting to find its place amongst the jasmine. The ivy will just, we cut all this down, the jasmine. It was just overwhelming. I expected a lot of this to die off where I cut it, but a lot of it will just come right back. The ivy, I want the ivy to kind of take over in this corner, just because the ivy is a lot easier to maintain. The jasmine just gets crazy, but it's a good filler. Looks good, stays green all the time, but very hard to manage, I've learned. And not so much like keeping it trim, but being able to cut the right vine that you need to cut without cutting the wrong vine. Because if you cut the wrong vine, you get dead, jasmine. But it's kind of crazy. It just goes crazy. Then once it gets to a certain point, it's almost impossible to cut with your hand. You definitely need scissors. And then it doesn't want to decompose because it's a vine. So it's very hard for critters and things, not the leaves, but the vine itself, like this part. It stays around forever. It's got a good cover, but still it stays around like this. This is what it turns into. Very hard to decompose. It's almost like it stays moist forever. And it doesn't dry. A lot of this stuff will dry out sitting on top. You can hear that snap. Here's the other. And this stump here will just rot away. It's still nice and strong in there right now, but it's only been 5 days, so give it another 30 days and it'll be gone. Definitely still got good moisture over here. This is the creeping Jenny. I'm trying to get that established over here. Seems to be doing okay. Get some of this dog fennel out of here. I need to get the scissors. Dog fennel's the same way. At a certain point, it gets so thick. It's impossible to fucking pull apart. Get some of this algae out of here. Gotta let the water flow. We need the algae, like I said, for filtration. We need roots and filtration. Roots and algae for filtration. You can see how this is coming on through here. See the bubbles. We got good flow. That's what we want. We want that flow. As long as it's flowing, we're good. But if the algae stops it up, we don't get that flow. We got to come in here and pull the algae, put it in the soil. It's just food, and it's photosynthetic too, so it eats light, produces oxygen. I'm not sure how much it would do outside the water, but it does have tons of nutrient in it for the worms to run through, for the critters to run through. And we all know that turns into black gold. So all I'm doing is feeding the soil. I'm gonna do this when there are no trees in here covering up the creek, and all that light's getting down to that creek water. Algae, we have to every 2 days, 3 days, we have to definitely clean, pull some out. Seems to definitely grow more right through here because of the light underneath the dog fennel over in this corner where there is not a lot of light. And the roots take care of most of everything, especially those grass roots over there. Dog fennel roots. So the dog fennel roots, some of them are in the creek, most of them are in the soil. All these plants here are great, and especially the grass. I learned during the crash that this grass here is the most, I should say, is the weakest link, I would say. Like, this stuff started to die off first. Now it's starting to really grow back. And we're getting it all the way around here. We're getting it all the way over there. So what we want it to do is for it to spread all the way around. I want the grass line all the way around. And this is just going to give us a great indicator. It's also going to be giving us roots in the creek. Gives us aeration around the edge of the creek. And all the other roots that we plant in here will go to this. They'll go to the creek wall where all the life is. There's earwig, isopods, worms. Look at that earwig right there. Yeah. Like, ah! So yeah, this is our only pad that we put in, and it's just a big nitrate pad where the snails can get on. And I'll take this, put it in a bucket, slosh it out, pour it on my outdoor plants. So yeah, that's where we are. Monstera's huge. Gotta get Digger some. What's up, Pooter? This one over here, this Monstera, this is a stringer here. But she's gonna go right on up that wall there. And that's where we're gonna take her. She's down in here. We're going to fill this up with some soil when we get some, and we're going to run it right on up. So that'll be cool. Monstera. Thing's just massive. So, I appreciate everybody hanging out, and I hope everybody has a great Sunday, and we may go live today, we may not, I'm not sure, so put the notifications on, and if I'm in here, I'm in here, and you can be too, so Don't forget the APSU. We also got Grassroots fabric pots, discount code Yellow Skunk. Grandmaster LEDs, discount code Yellow Skunk. Pulse meter, discount code Yellow Skunk. And that's all we got. So until next, peace.